Hi guys, Ken here. Today I'm going to show you how to make some roast chicken. We're going to use this in a bunch of other recipes, so might as well just get to it. We have a whole chicken here, some potatoes and onions for flavoring, and we're also going to use some spices like thyme, sage, and rosemary, some salt and pepper. We're going to use butter, but you can also use some olive oil if you want to go low calorie. And that's about it. We're just going to throw this all together and I'll see you in a minute. Alright, first thing to do is to peel your potatoes. I got a little trash bowl here. I'll start peeling these. Alright guys, we got all of our potatoes peeled. We're going to cut them up. I'm going to try to make them all about the same size, and you don't want them too small. I'm going to cut this potato in about thirds. So my utility knife. So about 1 centimeter to 3/4 of an inch thick. Try to keep them all about the same size. Put them back on your plate. Switch to the next potato. Alright, as you can see, got all my potatoes cut up. Gonna switch over to an onion. I'm gonna stop using my utility knife for this. Start using my chef knife. As a safety precaution, as you guys can see, I don't have a very good cutting board. So what I've done is taken some paper towel, wetted it, and now it should be it's a stable surface. Alright, back to the onion. We're gonna cut and clean this. Eventually we're going to want it about the same size as what the potatoes are width-wise. First we're just going to cut off the ends. There we go, there's one. There's two. Remember to throw all your trash in your trash bowl. Alright, take your knife and carefully just make a thin slice around the outside edge of the side of the onion, then peel the skin off. You might even want to take the layer of onion that's right inside the skin off as well. Usually it can be pretty wrinkly. You don't want to eat that. And presto chango. Alright, now we've got our onion all nice and clean. Like I said before, we're just going to try to, these are going to be slightly smaller than the potatoes. Alright guys, we got all our vegetables cut up. Some other things you can have in here would be like butternut squash, parsnips, anything that you think would bake up pretty well. We're going to get our pan ready and we're going to start seasoning the chicken. Alright guys, we got our cooking pan set out. It's got to be deep enough to hold the juices from the chicken and the vegetables, and oven proof. We're actually going to use olive oil on the pan and butter inside the chicken. We're just going to use olive oil because it's easier to spread and it'll work better with the vegetables. Put about 3 to 5 tablespoons of olive oil in your pan depending on how much vegetables you have. You're going to mix it around. I'm just going to use my fingers. It's alright. I'm going to try to coat the whole bottom of the pan. Yep, that's good. Alright guys, I'm just starting to butter up my chicken now. We're going to do this. Just cut off pieces of butter and rub it. It needs to be like room temperature so that it's easier to spread on the chicken. Just try to get the breast like we've already gotten on here. And then the thighs as well. So like I said, rub it into the chicken. You can also melt it and brush it on, but since the chicken's cold, it's not going to really be as effective as just looping it like this. Alright, now that we got our chicken all buttered up, it's time to season it up. We're going to use some rosemary. It's easier to control. Just pour it into your hand and then put it on. Just a small amount. Put a little bit on the thighs, a little bit on the breast, and you shouldn't really need to season the wings at all. And put the rest in the trash. Take some sage. Like I said, pour it in your hand first. It's easier to control. Put some on the breast, on the thighs. The last is thyme. Alright, we got our 3 main spices on there. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to put some salt and pepper on it. Just a little bit of granulated sea salt. A little bit of black pepper. Alright, now that our pan's oiled and our chicken is ready, we're just going to transfer our chicken from our cutting board onto our pan. Just place it in the center of the pan, move it around a little so that the bottom is all oiled up. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our vegetables and place them kind of haphazardly around the chicken. Alright, now that we got our vegetables all placed in our pan, we're going to season those too. So we're going to take a little bit more of this fine sea salt and just lightly give all the vegetables a spread. Take the pepper. Alright, that's our pan ready to go. Alternatively, if you can't put salt on any of your food, a good thing to use here would be lemon. Just squeeze it on top of the vegetables and you should be fine. It gives a very good flavor. And we're just going to put this in the oven now. Alright, my oven's heated at 200 degrees Celsius. Just, what is that, 375 Fahrenheit. Put our pan in here. And we're going to cook that for an hour and 20 minutes. Alright, it's been 45 minutes and the potatoes are looking nice and brown. So are the onions, so we're going to take some of those out. Leave the bigger pieces to cook with the chicken. Take some of the smaller ones out so they don't burn. Oh, it smells so good. Put them on a plate. Alright, we've taken all the potatoes and the onions out. We've left a few of the bigger potatoes that still need a little bit longer to cook in. Just going to put this in for the remainder of our time, which should be about 20 minutes. Alright, chicken's all done, taken it out of the oven. There you go. Turn your oven off. Alright, we just carved our chicken and plated it, and we're all finished. Just paired it with some potatoes and some green to make it look better. There you go. Thanks for watching our cooking show on how to make a roast chicken. Feel free to click the links on the screen to go to our other videos, and I'll see you next week. Please comment, rate, and subscribe.